guess it was about 4 or 5 weeks ago, I got up and I spoke on the House floor about the tragedy that occurred. And today, what I'd like to do is I'm going to read what they call an EOR, an extension of remarks, which goes into the congressional record. And this is for each one of you in recognition for truly selfless work and difficult work that you guys did on that fateful day on February 13th. So this is what it looks like. It's a congressional record. And I have one of these for each of you. And it's a letter from me also. And we also took the time where I and my staff had a flag flown above the Capitol in honor of each one of you, the hard work that you guys did on that day. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to read the extension of remarks. And I'm going to do this for Lee first, and then I would like each one of you to come up separately afterwards and allow me to present that to you. Okay? So what I'm going to read here is it says, Congressional Record of the 117th Congress and the House of Representatives, Gregory Murphy of North Carolina, recognizing Lee Sykes, owner of Towboat U.S. Beaufort, and crew members Jonathan Evans, Jay Boone, Crockett Henderson, Lewis Heron, and John Wilson. This occurred on Tuesday, April the 19th of 2022. And it says, Madam Speaker, I rise today to pay tribute to the heroic members of Towboat U.S. Beaufort. On February 13th, 2022, Towboat USA was alerted to a possible downed aircraft east of Cape Lookout Shoals near Drum Inlet. This aircraft was comprised of 8 individuals, including 4 high school students. The honorable crew departed quickly towards the vicinity of the last known position of the aircraft. At that time, weather conditions were deteriorating, and the seas were rough 3 to 5 feet. The wreckage of the aircraft was found before dark, and it was clear that there were no possible survivors. The next morning, emergency services called Towboat U.S. seeking their assistance in locating the aircraft on the seafloor. While local responders focused on chasing floating debris offshore, Towboat U.S. investigated where the plane struck using sonar to locate the wreckage. By 4 o'clock p.m. on February the 14th, Towboat U.S. confirmed they had found the crash site and had remotely operated vehicle footage of the debris on the bottom. That night, Towboat U.S. crews would be tasked with running dive operations while providing divers and surface support for body recovery. The next day, on February 15th, Towboat U.S. put together a dive plan and divers to try and access the aircraft. Water temperatures were about 52 degrees on the surface, current running around 4 knots, 60 feet of water, and seas were rough at 3 to 5 feet, making this extraordinary difficult dive to achieve limited bottom time. Towboat U.S. crews worked until the next day, when all the remains had been recovered for the families. While this was a strenuous job, the selfless heroes at Towboat U.S. thought it was a necessary mission to help the grieving families of the victims. Putting divers in during small craft conditions, 50-degree water, and heavy currents makes the very dangerous conditions that highlight the heroic actions of the Towboat U.S. crew. Towboat U.S. crew members involved were Lee Sykes, Jonathan Evans, Jay Boone, Crockett Henderson, Lewis Heron, and John Wilson. None of this would have been possible were it not for the selfless and servant attitude of the aforementioned members. And Madam Speaker, please join me in honoring these incredible and wonderful heroes. And so personally, from the bottom of my heart, I want to thank you. I know that job was exceedingly difficult, and you'll have visions and images impressed upon your brain for the rest of your lives. And I want to thank you from the congressional office for the work that you did. So I'll present this to you for Lee.